Silent Letters Act I. The apartment above the bookshop. Eva Marlowe, 28, a quiet literary translator, lives alone in a small flat above an old bookshop in Prague. She spends her nights translating old diaries and forgotten letters for private clients. One afternoon, the shop's owner gives her a dusty wooden box discovered behind a false wall during renovations. Inside, a bundle of love letters from the 1940s, all in French. They're addressed to someone named Amélie, with no surname. All are signed only JD, and the last one ends mid-sentence in 1946. Eva begins translating them, curious. But the more she reads, the more it feels like they are written to her. Act 2, The Stranger and the Rain. Late one night, as rain lashed the windows, Eva notices a man standing across the street, watching her through the bookshop's glass. The next morning, an envelope is slipped under her door. Inside is one of the original letters, except she distinctly remembers it being on her desk. It reads, "If you ever read this, know that I will find you in this life or the next." From that night on, she sees the man often. He never approaches, just watches. Act 3. The portrait. Eva finds subtle, unsettling details in the letters. The description of Amélie's mole above her eyebrow, her auburn hair, her handwriting, all match Eva exactly. Searching the archives, she uncovers a 1947 newspaper clipping. Missing, French pianist Amélie Duval, presumed dead in train accident. The photo shows a woman who looks almost identical to Eva. She begins waking up in clothes she didn't fall asleep in. Sometimes, when she looks in the mirror, her own reflection seems older. Act 4. The Man with Gray Eyes. Eva finally meets the stranger inside an antique shop. His name is Julian Darcy, 34, a composer. He has gray eyes, elegant hands stained with ink, and a voice that sounds like a memory. He says quietly, "I knew you when you played piano in Lion. You've mistaken me for someone else. No, you just forgot." He shows her a faded photograph of Amélie at a piano. On the back, Moan at Oil, JD Act V. The lost year. Julian confesses. Amélie disappeared in 1946. He hasn't aged since. He's wandered across decades, searching for her in every city, every crowd, every face. And now he's found her. In Eva, Eva is torn. She starts hearing music she never learned, seeing flashes of memories that aren't hers. A kiss at a rainy station, a burning concert hall, a train speeding into the night. Doctors call them dissociative episodes, but doctors don't see how her reflection sometimes shifts into Amélie's face. Act VI. The Awakening. Julian plays the unfinished melody he once wrote for Amélie. As the last note lingers, everything floods back: the train, the fire, Julian's voice, the love she died with still burning in her chest. Eva collapses. Because she remembers, she is Amélie, and she died. Or almost. A piece of her stayed behind, wandering, waiting to live again. If she becomes Amélie again, Eva will vanish. Act 7. The Choice at Sunrise. They sit together on the rooftop above the bookshop. Julian holds her trembling hands. "If you stay, I can finally stop. If you go, I'll wait again." Eva's voice breaks. "Then wait for me as who I am now." She chooses to remain Eva, not a ghost of the past, but someone new, willing to fall in love with him all over again. Julian stares at her, then silently burns the old letters. Then this is where our story begins.